na yung mga mga due date. Ginagawa ko na yung mga due date. Pwede bang, okay lang ba sa inyo kung mag-due date tayo ng Saturday, 11:59, lalo na yung sa lecture part? Yung sa lecture part, pwede ba yon? Yung ibang mga activities na due date yata bukas. Okay lang ba sa inyong ilagay natin ng Saturday, 11:59? Okay, sige ha. Para to give time din also dun sa mga late enrollees ha. Okay, so let us continue with anion analysis. Nakikita nyo na ba yung aking ngayon? Yung slide ko? Hello, class? Dali lang ha.
Yes po, visible po.
Dali lang. Okay. Okay, kasi nag-lowbat yung isa kong device. Okay, qualitative anion analysis, ito yung ginawa nyo kahapon eh. Okay? Kasi meron din, meron din. At anyway, may activity rin dito sa qualitative analysis. Pero alam kong next week yung no? So, ito this one class, 21 common occurring anions, na-discuss ko na to sa inyo. Diba? So, kumuha lang tayo ng mga representative dito na ginawa yung experiment yesterday. And then here, these are the group 1 anions, sulfite, oxalate, arsenate, tapos ito pa yung mga iba. But then kung ano lang yung ginamit natin sa experiment, yun lang ang nasa quiz at nasa midterm exam. Okay? So ibig sabihin, hindi ko na kinuha sa midterm exams, kundi yung mga representative lang. Ito ha? And they are distinguished from other groups because their calcium salts are insoluble in neutral or basic solution. So ang ibig sabihin, class, okay, um, okay, yung mga calcium salts nito, insoluble. So therefore, ano yung ginamit nating precipitating agent? Ano yung ginamit yung precipitating agent to precipitate group 1 cation? Calcium acetate. Yun yung una yung dinagdag to form the precipitate. So therefore, when you add calcium acetate, okay, the sulfite becomes now calcium sulfite, and then calcium oxalate, and then calcium arsenate. Okay? So AC here is acetate, calcium acetate. Acetate, acetic acid, HC2H3O2, tanggalin mo itong isang hydrogen. C2H3O2 is the acetate ion. Okay? And then, these group 1 anions are further subdivided into group 1A and group 2B. Yung group 1A is soluble in acetic acid. So, nang pinadagdagan ng acetic acid, nahiwalay si sulfite at saka si arsenate from the 2B, which is oxalate, which remains insoluble. It remains as a precipitate. Okay? So, ito yung ginawa ng group ng pair 1. Okay, next. Okay, ang group 2 anions naman ay binubuo ng chromate and sulfate. So, meron tayo, kinuha natin itong dalawa na to. So, these ions include ions whose calcium salts are soluble. Okay, so calcium chromate, calcium sulfate, they are soluble. Okay? Pero hindi na um, ang precipitating agent na ginamit ay barium acetate because they are insoluble. The barium salts of these are insoluble in a slightly basic solution. Okay, siguro class sometimes kapag hindi tama yung acidity or basicity ng solution natin, hindi lumalabas yung precipitate. Okay? So, dapat nung magdagdag tayo ng barium acetate, meron kasi nangyaring ganun eh. Nung magdagdag ng barium acetate, dapat the chromate and the sulfate ions must be precipitated as barium chromate and barium sulfate. So, you get a precipitate. Okay? Nung nagdagdag ka ng barium acetate. So, the precipitate there is barium chromate and barium sulfate. And then, so, pair 2, no? Ginawa nyo to, tapos in-identify nyo, tama ba? In-identify nyo yung barium at saka sulfate, no? Next, group 3 ions, no? Sulfide and ferrocyanide, pati ferricyanide. Pero ito lang yung representative. And from these two class, talagang ayaw lumabas o ayaw magpakita ni sulfide. Okay? Alam ko naman yun. Kaya lang, kailangan makarating din kayo doon para fair sa lahat na mayroong ginagawa. Okay? Pero the ferrocyanide, ito ay na-detect. Okay? Ito ay na-detect. Now, so these are ions whose calcium and barium salts are soluble, but whose cadmium salts are insoluble in neutral or slightly basic solution. So therefore, ang precipitating agent na ginamit dito is cadmium acetate. So therefore, yung sulfide mo is precipitated as cadmium sulfide and the ferrocyanide as cadmium ferrocyanide. And then I think, ano ba? Group 3 ba ang ano nito? Or not group 3, but pair 3. Pair 3 ang nag-work niyan. Next, group 4 anions and group 5 anions. Okay? Yung last pair na ang gumawa. So ano yung mga anions under group 4? Thiocyanate and iodide. Chloride, bromide, and thiosulfate are also included. Kaya lang hindi ko na to sinama, ha? Okay, ito lang sa quiz at sa ano, ito lang ang kasama, ha? Yung representative na ginamit natin sa experiment. So, group 4 ions are ions whose calcium, barium, and cadmium salts are soluble. But silver salts are insoluble in slightly acid with nitric acid. Ito yun, class. Kahit na nilagyan natin ng silver salt, silver acetate, ayaw mag-form ng precipitate. Okay? Yes, ano na yun, matagal nang alam ko naman na ganun yung problem dito. Okay? So anyway, yung remaining centrifugate, ang ginawa ko sa inyo is pinahati ko na lang. Okay? Pinahati ko na lang so that yung kalahati, you tested for thiocyanate, yung kalahati for group 6, group 5 pala. Isa pang mahirap palabasin is the iodide. Okay? Mahirap din itong palabasin. No? So anyway, kahit na basta nakaabot lang kayo dun sa procedure, okay na sa akin yon. Okay? Next, ano yung group 5? Chlorate and borate. Okay. Wala, hindi ko na talaga, so also nitrite and nitrate, pero hindi na to kasama kasi ito lang ang kinukong representative, chlorate and borate. But still, hindi ko pa rin pinagawa si borate. Why? Because there is no carminic acid. Okay? Walang carminic acid. Si chlorate pinagawa ko sa inyo, but then hindi natin mapalabas din yung white precipitate. Minsan lumalabas, katulad ng nakaraan, pero minsan hindi rin lumalabas. Okay? But anyway, nakaabot kayo dun sa procedure na yun, okay na rin sa akin yun. Okay. And so it says here the group 5 anions are not precipitated by any precipitating agents for groups 1 to 4. They are designated as water-soluble groups since common salts of these anions are soluble in water and acid. Okay? So i-maintain natin kahit na hindi natin na-precipitate, hindi nag-precipitate ang group 4 using silver acetate. Okay, theoretically, dapat magkaroon ng precipitate. So still, if-follow natin whatever is in the theoretical discussion. Hindi man natin nakuha sa lab, sa experiments, because talagang mahirap i-control yung experimental conditions. Okay? Next. So, ito yung ginawa nyo. Group 1, minix nyo to, di ba? Tig Ilan drops? 6 drops. Okay? Minsan class, kapag winawash din, nababawasan. No? Pag masyadong mababa ang concentration, hindi rin ma-detect. Okay? So, arsenate, sulfite, oxalate. This is for group 1 anion. And then sulfate and chromate for group 2 anion. Sulfide and ferrocyanide for group 3 anion. Thiocyanate and iodide for group 4. Chlorate and borate for group 5. Ano lang talaga yung nadidetect natin? Arsenate, sulfite, oxalate, yan, na-detect yan. Sulfate, chromate, na-detect yan. Dito, ferrocyanide, na-detect, pero sulfide, hindi talaga ayaw magpakita. This one, thiocyanate, SCN, yes, pero iodide, isa pa rin yung problematic. Dito, borate, hindi ko talaga, wala talaga dahil walang carminic acid, but chlorate, minsan lumalabas, minsan hindi lumalabas. Okay, so when the pair 1 kumuha na ng mga representative na to, so sila ang unang nagsimula. So calcium acetate, dinagay nila they, para mag-precipitate, and then they centrifuge. And then they separate the residue. The residue contains calcium salts of this. This one are precipitated as calcium salts. And then yung centrifugate, ibinigay sa pair number 2. Okay? So, dito muna tayo sa pair 1. So, nilagyan ng acetic acid. Okay, sa acetic acid, when you add acetic acid, okay, the to, the calcium sulfide and arsenate become soluble. So, nandun sila sa centrifugate. Whereas, the oxalate, itong C2O4, okay, remain insoluble. Okay. Tapos nilagyan, yung precipitate na to, nilagyan ng sulfuric acid and potassium permanganate. And clearly nakita nyo to. Okay, when you add potassium permanganate, okay, disappearance of pink color in the chloroform layer. Na-disappear, di ba? Kasi itong potassium permanganate is violet to pink eh. Shake mo, nawawala. Okay, so yun, disappearance of pink color of the chloroform layer indicates presence of oxalate ion. Okay? Now, here naman, yung centrifugate, anong ginawa sa centrifugate? Nilagyan ng hydrogen peroxide. Okay? And dapat, kahit konting cloudiness, may makita. Okay? Now, so ako, may nagpakita sa akin nito, very, very, slight lang yung cloudiness. Pero if I add, nagdagan ko ng few drops of sulfite, makikita mo yung cloudiness. Okay? So which means to say, baka possibly sobrang baba ng concentration kaya hindi natin nakikita. But anyway, merong grupo na nakakita, meron din grupo na hindi. Pero nilagyan ko lang ng konting sulfite, lumabas siya. Okay? Next, how about the other portion, the arsenate? Ito, nilagyan ng KI, nakita natin yung reddish and brownish, di ba? Brownish. Okay. And then when you shake thoroughly, may konting tinge ng pink color dun sa pinaka-bottom. That's arsenate. So nakita rin ito. Okay? Next, so sa pair 1 yan, no? Now, sa pair 2. Okay, ano ang nilagay na precipitating agent? Okay, dun sa centrifugate. Barium acetate. Okay? So, and then, ang pair 2, yung residue, they work on the residue. Yung centrifugate, binigay nila sa pair number 3. Okay? Then, okay. Ano ang ginawa dun sa residue ni pair number 2? The residue contains barium, chromate, and barium sulfate. Yun yung composition ng precipitate. Now, we have to separate one from the other. We add hydrochloric acid, and then we centrifuge. Yung sulfate remains insoluble with hydrochloric acid, kaya residue pa rin. But then, si chromate is na-dissolve. Okay, nandun siya sa centrifugate. But if you decrease the acidity by adding sodium acetate, okay, babalik si yellow precipitate, the barium chromate. Okay, ito yung nakita ito doon sa may mga, ano, no, yung ilang grupo rin yun, no, na we are able to see the yellow precipitate. And this one also, no, the white precipitate. Group 1 and group 3, alam ko na ano nyo to eh, no? Na, napakita nyo yun. Okay? So ito naka-enlarge lang. So balik kay ano sa group 1. Okay? So here pinakita lang dito, no. Ah, so like for example, okay, bumalik ako kay pair 1, no, naka-enlarge pala yung ano. Okay, so why did you add sulfuric acid and potassium permanganate? Potassium permanganate acts as an oxidizing agent. Okay? Yan. So, kaya nakita yung formation nito, no? Okay. Dito nyo makikita yung type of reaction. So, it's a redox reaction. Okay? Where the potassium permanganate acts as an oxidizing agent. Okay? And as it acts as an oxidizing agent, siya naman is na na-reduce. So, yung pagkaka-reduce niya na naging Mn positive 2, that causes yung disappearance ng pink color. Okay? That's it. So, the potassium permanganate acting as an oxidizing agent. Sino inoxidize niya? Si oxalate to carbon dioxide. Okay? O tignan niyo si Mn, no, from positive 7 to naging positive 2. Once na naging positive 2 si Mn, doon nawawala yung pink coloration. Okay? Next, yung do sa sulfite naman. Okay, nagdagdag ka ng hydrogen peroxide. Ang purpose ni hydrogen peroxide is as an oxidizing agent. It's, ano, no, the sulfite is converted to sulfate. Okay, and so what you have now is barium sulfate. But that means na ang na-identify dito is the sulfite ion. Nag-undergo nga lang siya ng redox reaction. Okay? Next, ito naman, the arsenate. What happens here is, okay, so ito yung mga pinadagdag sa inyo. Potassium iodide acts as a reducing agent. Okay? And so, as a reducing agent, the iodide here becomes iodine elemental, 0. And so, it reduce what? Reducing agent, it reduce the arsenate. Okay? So, the pink color na makikita doon is the formation of arsenate ion. Next, so doon na tayo sa group 2. Sa pair 2 pala, pair 2. Okay, so ito yung para sa chromate, yellow precipitate, at barium sulfate. Okay, why did you add sodium acetate? This is a basic substance that lowers the acidity. Okay, reprecipitating the yellow barium chromate. Okay, kasi dito naglagay ka ng hydrochloric acid eh. Concentrated pa. So, dito is na-maintain yung barium sulfate as residue. Okay? So, no nahiwalay mo na as residue si barium sulfate, okay, yung sa centrifugate ngayon, binabaan mo yung acidity by adding sodium acetate para lumabas ulit si barium chromate. Okay? So, that's it. Next, nasa na tayo? Sa group 3 yan, ions. Sa group 3, this was done by pair number 3. Pair number 3, ang nilagay niyang precipitating agent is cadmium acetate. Tapos, meron siyang nakuwang centrifugate at saka residue. Yung centrifugate, binigay niya sa pair 4. The residue, group pair 3, okay, work on the residue. And the residue contains sulfide and ferrocyanide, okay? But I know, meron naka-assign na gumawa ng sulfide. Dapat, okay, you were asked to asan na yung sulfide. Ito, this one. Kasi one-half portion, one-half portion. So, hindi ko na one-half portion sa inyo. What I did is, I assigned a group for this and another group for this. Now, this one, you were asked to add concentrated hydrochloric acid and moisten filter paper with lead acetate. Supposedly, dapat ang lumabas dun black or brown coloration on the filter paper. Pero unfortunately, hindi nakita. Ayaw eh. I know kahit sa previous class ko hindi lumalabas. Okay? Kahit na anong gawin ko pang pagbago dun sa experimental conditions. But anyway, nakarating okay na sa akin yun. And then the other group, ito, lumalabas yung precipitate. It's because you simply add hydrochloric acid and ferric chloride to the residue and you will get a blue precipitate. This is very madaling makita. Okay, madaling lumabas. Yan. Okay, next. Then, punta na tayo sa pair 4. Ang pair 4, nag-work ng para sa group 4 and group 5 anions. Supposedly, maglalagay sila ng silver acetate to separate 4 from 5. But unfortunately, ayaw ding lumabas. I do not know why. Bakit ayaw lumabas? Probably is, of course, no, experimental condition, mahirap i-ano, no? Plus, sabi dito is nitrous acid ang ginamit, pero nitric acid ang ginagamit natin eh. We have no nitrous acid. But anyway, ang pinagawa ko na lang sa inyo is the centrifugate, you have it, pinadivide ko sa inyo into two. One was used to identify thiocyanate. Ito madaling makita. Because one half of the centrifugate, you simply add, ito na, you simply add hydrochloric acid and ferric chloride, you'll see a red coloring. Ito yon, madaling nakita yan ng nung naka-assign dyan. Ito, this one, hindi ko na, I don't know kung meron akong inassign dito, no? Doon sa iodide, ang hirap kasing palabasin. Isa pang napakahirap palabasin is this iodide. Okay? So, parang hindi ko yata pinagawa ito. No? Okay, kasi wala namang gumamit ng zinc eh. Okay, so okay lang yun. Then, tama, kasi pinahati ko lang eh, dahil ang pair 4 is working on group 4 and group 5. Sa group 5, pinagawa ko itong for the identification of chlorate. Okay, yung borate hindi, kasi one half portion pa rin ito yung centrifugate, one half portion for the detection of borate, but then we have no carminic acid, so hindi ko na ito pinagawa. Ito lang ang pinagawa ko. Okay? So, pinalagyan ng sodium nitrite or nitrate. Sinubukan natin, sodium nitrite, sodium nitrate. Okay, pero hindi natin mapalabas yung white precipitate. Minsan lumalabas, minsan hindi lumalabas. Okay? Oh, next. Now, okay, so ito ay naka-enlarge lang. Okay. And nakalagay lang what type of a reaction siguro, no? So here is formation of lead sulfide para dun sa brown or black, no? So dapat kung na-identify natin, kung nakita natin, okay, what we have, the composition of the positive result is lead sulfide. Okay. Dito sa may ferrocyanide, nilalagay nyo kasi ferrocyanide. But the composition of that Prussian blue is this one. Ito, ferric ferrocyanide. Okay? Next. Dito naman, doon sa red coloration para sa thiocyanate. Ang nilalagay nyo kasi is the anion. But what makes it color red is the formation of this complex ion, okay, ferric thiocyanate, okay, which is a complex ion. So the type of reaction here is complex ion formation. Okay? Next, dito naman sa sa um, sa chlorate, okay? Sa redox reaction supposedly, okay? It's a redox reaction. Para yung chlorine mo dun sa chlorate ay maging chloride, AgCl. Okay? It's from this portion, ayun no? Okay? It is a redox reaction. Okay? Ano pa? Dito rin sa iodide, it's also a redox reaction, pero hindi nga natin ito nakita eh. At hindi ko ito pinagawa sa inyo. Okay, next. So here ang makikita niyong discussion dito is kung ano yung ginamit kong pang-explain kanina. Like, for example, the oxalate ion, how it is precipitated, it is precipitated using the precipitating agent calcium oxalate. And then, ayan. Okay. Next, okay. Uh, you add potassium permanganate. I mentioned that it is an oxidizing agent. It oxidizes oxalate to carbon dioxide. Okay, nandun yun. So, ito yung chemical reaction. And makikita niyo yung observation, disappearance of pink color in the chloroform layer indicates oxalate. Ito yun, class. Okay? So, meaning to say, ma'am, ano yung, okay, na-detect namin yung oxalate, but then, what is the composition of the positive result? The composition of the positive result is Mn, no? Um, okay, yung disappearance ng pink color, that's due to formation of Mn positive 2. Okay? And yung oxalic acid natin, yung oxalate kasi is na-convert into carbon dioxide. We do not see that. But what we saw is yung formation ng, ano no, ito yung potassium permanganate which is pink in color or ganitong kulay nawawala siya kasi nako-convert itong si MnO4 into Mn positive 2. Okay? So, that's Mn positive 2. Okay, next. Now, so, sulfite, ganun din. Ito. So, ito yung mga discussions. Okay, so look, sulfite ion is oxidized. Di ba nilagyan ng hydrogen peroxide? Acting as an oxidizing agent. So, the sulfite is converted to sulfate. Okay? And so, once naging sulfate siya, okay, addition of a strong acid, okay, so nakita pa rin si barium sulfate. Ayan. So, white precipitate confirms sulfite ion. Yes, it confirms sulfite ion, pero ano yung composition ng white precipitate? It is now barium sulfate, BaSO4. Okay, next. Now, sa arsenate naman. Okay. So, arsenate was, ano rin ito, class? It's also a redox reaction. Arsenate is converted to arsenite. Okay? And formation of iodine, which gives pink color. So, yung nakita nating formation ng pink color is iodine. Okay? It is iodine. Although, kaya nagkaroon ng iodine, it's because the arsenate, okay, acts as an um, oxidizing agent. Okay, it oxidizes the iodide -1 to 0. So yung iodine na zero elemental, yun yung nakikita natin na nagbigay ng pink color. Okay, isang galing yung iodide, di ba dinagdagan natin ng potassium iodide acting as a reducing agent while arsenate acts as an oxidizing agent. So, iodine ang composition ng visible result na nakita natin. Although, that proves the presence of the, ano no, arsenate, no? It's not actually the arsenate, but it is the iodine. Okay, next. Chromate naman. Ito, ayan. So, yun lahat ng mga sinabi ko, class, makikita nyo dito sa discussion na to. Nakasummarize ngayon yung discussion ng bawat anion. So, I think kaya nyo na itong basahin. Okay? Na ano ko naman, na i-discuss ko na. Okay? So, this is the sulfide. Ganyan dapat ang makuha natin, no? Pero hindi eh. Hindi lumalabas eh. At ito yung composition. Okay? Nung visible result, lead sulfide. Okay? Then the ferrocyanide ion, okay, cadmium ferrocyanide converted to ferric ferrocyanide. This is it, ito, yung Prussian blue. Okay, ito yung composition nung blue precipitate. Next, SEN, no, thiocyanate ion. Okay, yung thiocyanate ion, okay, yung nakita nating blood red color is due to the formation of ferric thiocyanate. Okay? Ferric thiocyanate. Yan. Next, ano pa? Iodide with zinc. Ito ay yung lumabas nito eh. Violet color of the iodide solution. Chlorate. Okay, ganito dapat ang makukuha natin pero hindi nga lumalabas. The chlorate is converted to chloride. And with the addition of silver nitrate, dapat ma-form si silver chloride, which is a white precipitate. So yung white precipitate na yun is silver chloride. Although we are analyzing the chlorate is converted into chloride. Okay? So, then the borate, ito si borate, okay? Kung meron tayong boric acid, if we follow the procedure, okay, what happens is the borate is converted to boric acid and then it reacts with carminic acid, which is a dye, which changes from red color to blue with violet. Ganito. Okay, so that's it. I think that's the end of our qualitative analysis, part one of part 1 of analytical chem. So we're done with qualitative analysis. Bukas magkikita tayo. Ang gagawin nyo na is quantitative. Part 2 na tayo bukas. Gravimetric method. Bukas ko na lang i-discuss sa inyo how you will do the experiment. And so please kailangan mag-ano kayo, mag-download na lang kayo mamayang gabi nung procedure para sa experiment natin bukas, preparation of crucible, at saka determination of sulfur as barium sulfate. Pero mamaya na lang ha, aayusin ko na lang. Parang hindi pa naka-post, hindi pa naka-publish. Okay? So any question, it's 5 o'clock, baka hanggang 5 lang yung ano ko ng ano no, ng ng ah, time ng virtual class. So hello, may question pa ba? May question pa? Hello, I hope nakinig. I hope may natutunan. I know super saturated na kayo, but ako din. Mhm. Kaya lang wala akong magawa eh. Ito talaga. So, anyway, adjust na lang ako ng mga due dates ha. So, please, kahit pa konti-konti, ano kayo ha? Gawin nyo ha. Hello? Any question? Um, AC students, medtech students, question please. Yes, Miss Hantakotan. Yes, Miss Hantakotan, ano yung
Ma'am,
question? Yeah, sige.
i-announce niyo po ba yung ipi-print namin para bukas?
Oo, hindi, tignan nyo na lang dun sa sa gravimetric methods of analysis, no? Parang, di ba, module 6 tayo sa anion, module 7. Mamaya ipopost ko, tsaka lalagay ko na doon yung, anong tawag dito? Yung procedure. Okay?
Okay po. Po.
Yeah. Ano pa? I kindly bring 500 ml of distilled drinking water ha. Yung pwedeng yung absolute o kaya yung Wilkins. 500 ml na bottle, 500 ml bawat grupo. Ha? Bawat grupo. Okay? So, ano pa class? Meron pang question? Hello? Meron pa bang question? Miss Nicole and the others, please, yung medyo yung late, ano ha, magsimula na kayong magbasa ng mga PDF, ng mga PowerPoints ha? Okay, so meron pa ba? At saka, yes, ma'am, yung PowerPoint po ma-upload ko. Oh, sige, upload ko ngayon ha? Upload ko ngayon. Dapat kong i-upload ngayon. Okay, ano pa? Wala na? Class? Okay, so please ha, medyo ano tayo ha, alam ko konti, ilang linggo na lang matatapos na yung summer ha. Medyo tiyagain nyo na, tiyagain na natin ha. Sayang ang pera. So please, let's do our part, our responsibility. No? Okay, if you have more question, Please bring labang. Meron mga hindi naglalabang na kaya isa sa kaklase natin. Nung kasi sila nakalabang na head ka kayo. Wala, hindi nga kayo pinag-head dahil naliliyat tapos hindi pa yun naglalabang. Okay? So, if you have one question, pwede nang mag-daga up class. Pwede na. Okay?